Guys, welcome back to Metaphysical Medicine. So today I have a message for you, and I'm going to be talking about being mindful of your spaces and your places. So when I say spaces and places, I'm talking about, of course, your physical location or your home that you occupy or wherever you spend a lot of your time. But I'm also talking about the spaces that you find yourself in just in life. You know, what kind of space are you in life? Are you in a space where you're feeling good? Everything is going pretty smoothly, or it seems like everything is just not working out. So I've ran across a few people within the last week or so talking about how spaces and places hold memory or hold a certain type of energy. And so this is kind of like when you're at work, how do you feel? You know, is your workspace a place where you feel welcome, where you feel respected, or you feel energized, or you feel like you're tired as soon as you step into work? And another example was, and I honestly wish I could remember who it was because I don't want to just take their words for mine, but he was talking about how, for example, when you go home or when you're at home, you have a certain routine that you carry out. So whenever you are in that home space, that's kind of what you just subconsciously think to do because that's what you're always doing when you're at home. So for example, your morning routine is you get up, you brush your teeth, you shower, you get a cup of coffee, you cook yourself some breakfast, you work out, and then you do whatever else. You leave the house and do what you need to do. It's going to be hard to change that because that area that you're in, your home, your bedroom, your bathroom, it all holds that energy because you're putting that energy into that space whenever you do what you're doing. So that's the energy that space is going to hold. So the same goes for wherever else you're at. When you're at work, are you always having arguments with your coworkers? Are you always having an issue with, the person in authority? Are there customers that are coming in all the time with issues? Do you work in customer service where you have to deal with people who are having issues all the time? And so you may find yourself not really having a good day ever at work because the energy that space is holding for you is that you always have to deal with some type of issue with customers. Another example, just being in a certain coffee shop. Let's just say you're working from home or you're working remotely and you always go to this one coffee shop. And I'm gonna make it a good example. So you always work at this coffee shop and you seem to really get your work done there. And so you hear about this other place across town and you decide, hey, let me give this coffee shop a go. And you go to that coffee shop and you can't get anything done because the area that it's in is just not a good area. And I'm not really talking about like neighborhood or anything like that. Just saying like the energy that has been set in this place before you ever set foot in there, it's just not conducive to what you're trying to do. Maybe it's loud, maybe it's really busy and you can't get anything done there. So in that example, it would be good to stay in a place that you've already known because you already have good energy there. And so those are some examples about physical spaces that you need to be mindful of. You need to pay attention to how you perform there. What rituals do you perform on a regular basis at those spaces, at those places? Keep that in mind because that can help you to determine whether, am I in a good place? Can I keep coming to this place? Or do I need to change that? because not every place that you go to is gonna have the energy or hold the energy that's good for you. It could be okay for somebody else, but it might be detrimental to you. And so I want to get into the non-physical spaces and places. So pay attention to what space you are in your life. Like I said at the beginning of the video, are you in a space in your life where everything is going good? Are you in a space in your life where everything seems like it's just not working out, and you can't seem to get things done on time, you can't seem to focus on anything? That is gonna be your indicator of your spiritual and your mental and your emotional health. So if things are not working out, you need to take a step back and look at, what are you doing daily on a regular basis? What are your emotions when you're doing these things? What is the energy in your body saying when you're doing these things on a regular basis? Are you having thoughts that don't really give you the wherewithal to actually see things go through, or things to actually go smoothly? The way you think and the way you feel and the way the energy is moving throughout your body and your aura is going to be a good indicator of how you're contributing to this space that you're in your life. If things are not going well, it's either because you're in the wrong place, you're in the wrong space, you're around the wrong people, or because your subconscious is hindering you and you need to do some inner work so that you can start to see things run more smoothly. Now, if you're in a space in your life where things are running smoothly, it's still a good idea to kind of take a step back, take a step inward to see, how did I get here? Because we're not going to always be in a space where things are working smoothly for us. So it's important to know that when challenges do come your way, in the midst of things actually going smoothly for a while, when challenges do come your way, it's good to know, okay, these are the subconscious thoughts that I have. This is the type of energy that I feel going through my body when things go smoothly for me, when I contribute to these things going smoothly. That way, challenges come your way, you'll know how to get back there. You'll know how to get back to that space. You'll know how to not get out of that space and kind of attached to things not going well for, once in a blue moon. Because challenges will always pop up, and it's good to be in a space where okay, these are my thoughts, this is my energy, and I need to stay here so that I won't backtrack, so that I won't fall from where I already know I can be. So being mindful of your spaces and your places, whether that's physical or just energetically, is going to help you a lot when it comes to moving through your daily life, moving through just anything that you have going on in life, because it'll tell you whether you need to change something, whether you need to reinforce something that you're already doing pretty well, but you need to kind of take it to the next level. And it'll help you to be more aware of where you are. Once again, whether that's physical or just energetically, because a part of those spaces and places are also going to be the people that you're around, whether that's family, friends, co-workers, whoever, whether that's the neighborhood that you're in that you may need to move out of. That is the one of the biggest external parts of being mindful of your spaces and your places. Is going to be the people that are around you, because physical buildings and places don't really hold the energies from themselves. They hold the energy from us, because the people on the earth are the ones that are going through these things and doing these everyday routines that are depositing little, pockets of energy in the buildings and things that they're in. So that's going to be one of the, other than yourself, the people around you and the way that people carry themselves in the areas that you frequent. We all need to be mindful of where we are depositing our energy, how we are depositing our energy, and in how everybody else is depositing energy, because that's going to affect us in return. So just be mindful when you travel, when you're moving around at home. Just kind of think about what you do on a regular basis, and if that's something that's conducive to your goals, your ambitions, your dreams. If you need to change up your routine, do that. If you need to move out of the neighborhood, do that. If you need to go and work at another coffee shop, do that. Or if you're in a good space, try not to change that up until it's absolutely necessary. Or maybe you can have an arsenal of good places. You can have more than one place where things work out smoothly for you, or the energy is conducive to what it is that you're trying to do. So just be mindful of wherever you are and let that guide you to where you need to be. I hope this video gave y'all some encouragement, a new perspective, and some inspiration. And I will see y'all in the next video. Be well.